An inventory. Every survival game has it. It might be the most used feature in one. I have never made such a system and have no idea how to do it. But Survival Tales needs it, so let's create my own in 24 hours. Alright, so, I never made GUI in Roblox before. But I heard of a software where you can design user interface. And this is the basic concept I came up with. It's quite simple, but I like it. Before I make it in Roblox Studio, let's hop onto Blender and make a backpack real quick. Let's add a cube and some other stuff. And here we go. It actually looks pretty alright. After some attempts of importing it into Roblox Studio, I finally managed to do so. Well, looks like avatar items have to be one single mesh, so I have to learn how to color things right in Blender. Yeah, this should do the job. And here we go. I even managed to put it onto your Roblox character. Great. Let's move on to the actual inventory system now. First, I had to rewrite parts of the drop script and add a despawn cooldown. So now, items disappear after a specific time if they're not picked up. Nice. For the inventory script, I made it like this. There's a table on the server which stores all items a player has and the number of each one. Then, it sends an update remote event to the client every time the player picks something up. Now that I'm basically done with the non-visual inventory, let's start building the parts the player will be able to see. Wait, before we do that, let's do some testing with the testers on my Discord server. Yes, there's now an official Survival Tales Discord server. You can post your suggestions and ideas there. If it gets 10 upvotes, it's even going to be sent to a special top suggestions channel, so I'm definitely seeing it. And the tester applications are open, so if you're interested in becoming a tester and helping to keep the game bug-free, the link to it is in the description. So, right now, we don't have a rock model. I changed that LOL. Here it is, the breakable rocks. Now drop this stone. I then continued coding some stuff for the inventory. Right now, we're already 2.5 hours into this 24-hour challenge. Time to start making the GUI. After I watched way too many tutorials on this topic, I came up with this. Yeah, not exactly great. But if we take a screenshot of the wood log, put it into Photoshop and remove its background, we can add that image into this frame. And it already looks better. Let's change those colors and boom, we're going in the right direction. I decided I want to go with a more realistic GUI. I don't know. Just not like all that simulator stuff. Way too colorful for a survival game, I guess. Alright, if we now copy and paste this log item frame in here, you can see it automatically lines up correctly. And you can scroll through it. I also added a screenshot of the stone item to bring in some more variety. Looks good so far. I then added another frame at the left side of the main inventory. This is where the armor is going to be, and the offhand slot. Yes, I'm going to make it so you can equip torches and stuff in your left hand. Then, you can mine ores at the same time as getting light from the torch. Oh yeah, another quite unique but pretty cool idea is this one. There's going to be a customizable quick crafting menu on the right side of the inventory. You're going to be able to customize the crafting recipes there and probably increase the limit with rebirths or something. I posted a screenshot of it in the Survival Tales Discord server. I'm doing that quite often, by the way. Just saying LOL. Next main frame near the item info menu. When you click on an item, this is going to show up and the quick crafting frame will be hidden. Down here will be the drop and equip options. For the dropping function, I just have this amount selector. Pretty simple, but it gets the job done. By the way, I drew this little sketch even before I made the GUI on that website, and I pretty much stick to all of it till now. Still a whole bunch of stuff to do. So let's not waste any time. I have no idea how I should make the equip slot selecting. Let's move that to the side for now. I also want some sort of filtering for categories of items in your inventory. 5 different filter options at the top right here. Well, Only 4 since one is going to be the show all button. I don't have icons yet, so we have to keep them empty like this until I draw them. So, what's an inventory without a hotbar? I want it to have 10 slots. Maybe a customizable number. Definitely making it so the ones that don't have items in them hide when the inventory isn't open. Let's skip about an hour of scripting, and we got to this. I made it so the number of inventory slots get changed to a random one between 1 and 10 to test out if the scaling works properly and stuff. And yeah, it does. Now that we have the core features of our inventory system, we just have to make it work. Well, easier said than done. I spent around 5 hours of my time on this already. Yeah, I'm definitely skipping through all of this LOL. Alright, I should have coded the items appearing in the main inventory frame. I just need a way to give myself items right now. So, let's make this extremely ugly item giver panel. Let's skip another hour or so. We're 7.5 hours into this challenge. At this point, it's a bit complicated to add a new item. So, I wrote a short instruction on how to do that LOL. In case I ever forget it, alright. After a bit over 8 hours, we can open the inventory and the items we have show up in it. So, let's make the info menu show up when clicking on an item. Here we go. That was quite fast. Well, in the video, in real life it took like 2 hours LOL. If I click on this Devlog, it opens the info menu with the Devlog name, its specific descriptions, and an image of it in the future too. We can also now drop the item again. It removes it from your inventory, obviously. Alright, so I did some more coding, and now I want to make the items equipable, finally. Remember that I don't actually have a GUI for that yet. So, I made these 2 sketches and asked a tester on my Discord server which one looks better. Shout out to Refusing, by the way. We decided that I should use the same concept as the drop button. Well, I added this second equip button so it's less confusing. Or is it? I don't know. I might change that later. Yes, it works now. The selected item shows up in the hotbar slot. You want to equip it too. In this session, I also tried to make it so you can hold the selected hotbar slot item in your hand. Well, I failed miserably LOL. Anyway, I made this new leaf item and added it to the pine tree lot table. That works fine. Anyway, I removed the stone placeholder icons and made it so the number only shows up if there's an item equipped in the specific hotbar slot. Another day, another tries at making something work in Survival Tales. It basically works now. Well, only thing is that you can equip an item to multiple hotbar slots. I fixed that real quick since that would be pretty annoying. Now, I just have to make the tools functional again. Basically, rewrite the entire tool system LOL. Alright, I have not rewritten literally everything I made in this previous devlog LOL. I was able to use some parts of the scripts obviously, but it's better now. And here we go. Done. Awesome. Now we can completely hide the Roblox default inventory GUI. And I successfully made my own custom one. Now, there are basically only quality of life features left. Well, that's at least what I thought. Of course, there's more stuff to add LOL. I discovered a weird bug together with a tester and mod on the Survival Tales Discord. For some reason, breaking the rocks doesn't work anymore. And I discovered it's because the hit event doesn't fire when the pickaxe hitbox touches the rock. I can't fix this. So, I think I'll have to take the step and make it so you can even break breakables if you don't physically touch it, but you are just in the hit radius of it. And a little bit of coding later, I got that to work. It feels so much better now. This was definitely worth it. And the rocks worked again. Right now, the whole inventory doesn't work on mobile. It's desktop only since you have to press a key to open it. Let's change that. I added this temporary UI button to open the inventory. This is just so the mobile testers can also test the game. I also made it so you can equip a hotbar slot by clicking on it. Oh yeah, I also remade this breakable health indicator, UI bar. It now shows the name of the breakable too. It looks way nicer now. Probably still not the final product, but it's something. I added a way to close the info menu and the whole inventory. Useful if you want to quick craft something, but already clicked on an item. And every good survival game has some kind of item filtering. I want to add 4 different categories: materials, food, armor, and tools. So, I added these 5 buttons here. The first one is so you can show all items again. I also drew a few item icons, so let's import them. This already looks quite a bit better. I also made some for the armor and offhand slots. Pretty nice. And then I coded, and coded, and coded. Until it finally worked. Yes. Here we go. This is quite nice. Makes it so much easier to find a specific item if you have a lot in the future. Next core mechanic is an unequip button. Right now, you can equip an item to a hotbar slot, but you can't get rid of it again. That's why I added this unequip button that shows up if the item is equipped. Oh, we're already in hour 20. Not much time left, so let's get back to work. After a bit of testing with the Discord testers and my real-life friends, I heard one feedback over and over again. Dropping and equipping is confusing, and I can agree on this. The fact that you have to press the different equip buttons is just a bad way to handle it. The way I now handled this is, I removed the 2 final action buttons and added this highlight effect around the option being selected. If you press the selected option again, you drop or equip the item now. This is way more self-explanatory, and just a better solution overall, to be honest. I then remade the hitboxes of items and made them invisible. Already looks way better. So, now probably the most annoying part, organization. As you can see, this is extremely messy, and it takes way too much time to find a specific variable or function again. So, let's organize this. I just skip this part since it's way too boring. Done. It's so much cleaner written now. So, let's move on to the final thing of this devlog. I want to make an inventory space limit. Something like TSG, but I'm probably only going to make 1 backpack, which you can upgrade to get more backpack space. So, I added this bar, the current amount on the left side, the max amount on the right one. Now I just have to make it work. I still have to manually set the maximum amount. I'm going to make the backpack upgrading system in another devlog. But the bar now has a color depending on how many items you have. It's pretty nice. Now I just got to make the backpack equipable. This was another struggle, but I finally managed to get it to work. And with this, the 24 hours are up. To be honest, it took a little bit longer than 24 hours, but that number just looks better in the title, LOL. If you want to become a tester or leave a game suggestion, make sure to join the Survival Tales Discord, link in the description. Thanks to all my channel members. Special shout out to I'm Not Maxdy Bag 3 for buying the highest membership tier. If you want to become a member yourself, there's a link in the description. Also, there's a members exclusive leaks channel in the Survival Tales Discord. Here's the first devlog, and here's another random video thinks you'd like. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Subscribe.